Hello, everybody. Scott Golan here with the All-Star Wrestling Review Series for Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel, and the also, if you're interested in life, relationship, business coaching, my main channel, Golden Opportunities Coaching, a place you can go for that. But this is the All-Star Wrestling Review Series. We return with the November 15th, 1980 edition, which is opened and highlighted by the title switch between Tony Garea and Rick Martel and the Wild Samoans. Opened with a Vince McMahon and Bruno Sammartino entrance to that. They do a no commentary version, or at least no commentary for most of the match, version highlight film. And the Samoans kind of take things out to the floor, brawling on the floor. Garea gets body slammed on the floor of the Philadelphia Spectrum, and the team of Martel and Garea do fight from underneath. They are relatively new. Of course, Martel coming back, Garea a multi-time tag team champion during the 70s, but the Samoans losing the belts here, which is a pretty major thing for this time period. Really basic match, and Garea does the majority of the selling. Couple of times Garea is cut off from his tag team partner. Nerve holds and really basic maneuvers. Front face locks by the Samoans. They're wearing down, using their power, body slams, basic stuff. Nothing necessarily worth writing home about by any stretch of the imagination, but getting the message across that, in fact, it is Martel who's going to be the flash of the team. Crossbody when Martel does come into the ring. Gets a near fall, but does not get the victory over the Samoans. Not sure why the title match was chosen to take place in Philadelphia. Although tag team championship switches during the early 80s, Philly seems to be a popular place for that. Martel on the outside of the ring again and gets the hot tag once again. Garea again doing the majority of the selling, a little bit older. Double team both Samoans, or actually one of the Samoans and Garea sent together. Martel with the sunset flip and gets the victory for his team and the tag team championships, and obviously very happy Bruno Sammartino and Vince McMahon with the defeat of the Samoans. Of course, there is a bit of and there's a post-match promo, Dick Graham at ringside. There's a bit of a consternation as the Samoans, I believe, left around this time to go to Mid-South, if I remember correctly. Mid-South, by the way, something we've covered in over 200 episodes there. Killer Khan is up next, managed by Freddie Blassie. Khan coming in mainly for the program with Andre the Giant around the same time period. So that's a pretty major deal there. Anyway, Killer Khan with Freddie Blassie defeating Angelo Gomez 432 with a jumping knee after the bout. Khan continues to attack his opponent, and a bunch of referees have to come out. Steve King, Jim Duggan, and Angel Maeva coming out attempting to stop Khan from causing issues. And obviously that doesn't go that well. Khan basically put over as a major monster. We miss monster heels in current day wrestling. The impervious to pain, cool heel thing has kind of killed the concept of the monster, at least in longer form and or better form. Anyway, Killer Khan punch kick, really basic things, top rope, knee drop. Freddie Blassie in a blue suit, happy with his investment here and getting to the place where that investment is paying off for him. And again, continuing the fight. Basically, Blassie saying the Killer Khan is, I would say, one or two steps short of unstoppable, impossible to stop, impossible and impervious to pain, and all of that. Anyway, so we kind of go there and into the next in series of matches, which happens to be in this particular juncture, in this particular case. We kind of run forward there. And that next match is a Rick McGraw defeating Mark Pole. Rick McGraw had been kind of treated as a bit of a better run here, although kind of back and forth over the last couple of weeks, as we've covered in our archives here. McGraw, though, does manage to get more of a over deal here, going over on Pole. Pole, of course, an enhancement talent, not exactly somebody that needs to be worried about or really challenged. Side headlock by McGraw. McGraw, of course, a South Carolina guy. Mentioned coming up in Florida, kind of a power guy, and maybe would have been a bigger vein in the expansion era, 1983-84, had he not passed away in 84. And of course, Rick McGraw. I mean, the punch kick from Pole, not exactly going to be barn burner wrestling, and kind of a takedown there. But the heel takes over for a good bit there to go to the outside, rolling on the outside, and eventually the referee gets the stoppage and gives the match to Rick McGraw. Don't really understand why the referee makes the decision. He actually goes to a time limit draw and is just kind of put there. Anyway, so we move to the next in the series of matches here, a Moondogs match, as it were. The Moondogs in an enhancement talent contest here. Moondogs certainly are guys who, hey, they defeat Angel Maeva and Steve King. Moondogs are the newest tag team of one, Captain Lou Albano, and they are obviously brawling team. They come in and basically they are the newest in the series of teams that Albano takes the tag team championship. Albano able to wear a wide open shirt. Absolutely nothing. If you want technical wrestling, you're not going to get it here. Punch kick is the whole idea of this team. They cut the ring off, do the Moondogs for several minutes. Of course, the Moondog character goes on for the next probably 30 years. Actually, remember in the early 2000s, or 20 years at least, remember in the early 2000s, a mock Moondog was hired by local independents. Punch kick, maybe body slam, about the best in the series of things. Freddie Blassie out next, presenting his next deal here, which happens to be Stan Hansen. Hansen coming in for an enhancement match here. Punch kick for Hansen as he takes on Steve King, and punch kick gets all over the opponent here, and punches around, basic stuff. Hansen sends him to the outside. They do a post-match promo where Hansen talks about destroying his adversary in Bruno Sammartino, breaking his neck, having been barred from the area. They do the same promo for a little while also. Gets the win with the lariat here on the 15th of November, and obviously the lariat, a big thing. Hansen had even been a big thing in Japan already by 1980, and we'll close there. We'll be back with more right after this.